zone change.
A little zone. I thought that was just a good move, really. Protect your bigs. The only problem is the offensive rebound. You might go over the top.
Barry!
Buries it. Not that he elevates, but just can't exert himself as well as we've seen him.
Haven't had a bucket from either side in over 3 minutes. There's Barry.
How about
Beautiful
that?
shot.
How about that play?
How about that? Up 6.
Well, they know Jackson's got length and stretch the D. Nice catch.
Whoa! Hicks says, you know what? I'm not missing. Dorsey.
Tough shot.
There's Britt. Flying to the ball. Tar Heels. Been down as many as 8. Trying to take the lead here. They do. It's Meeks again is leading the way.
Well, he has mixed his game up beautifully. I mean, not settling for the deep jumpers.
Oh, he's so quick. Jackson. What an answer back.
And you can't leave him alone.
Nice duck in. Gotta catch it.
Saved over to Woodson. And an air ball. It is. Carolina pushing it up the floor every time. As Jackson puts it up. Oh, yeah, what a shot.
I think going to camp and finding out how all he had to do at the next level to improve, and he's worked on it.
Jackson to the bench. Tony Bradley, freshman, highly recruited freshman out of Bartow, Florida, is on the floor, number 5 for Coach Williams.
And a great out here goes zone here. Great offensive rebounder. Bradley gets near 3 a game.
Got to block out in the zone if you're Butler. Carolina will crash any shot, crash the boards.
And Kenny. Here we go. Here's the pass out to Barry.
But college, the resting situation.
Well, yeah. Well, Roy is smart because the college game is all about momentum and certainly lead changes and teams getting it going. He does not want Butler to have any life. Smart substitution bringing in Barry.
Well, they really had a position in the zone. Now they get back in. Nice dive. Being a champion, they could win a high school championship, then win a prep school championship. Travis, he's just not an average player. Just a lot of the bigs passed him by.
May makes it home. Northwestern.
Oh, how about that?
The last place he lost in college. We were there for that incredible.
They said
unbelievable.
At 3, brings it down to 11 as Barry tries to answer. The backhand does. Shoot it. Got it.
What a run for the Razorbacks. Up 4 now. And now becoming relentless on the defensive end. This is what they do. We gave you those numbers in the first half about how they score and how they come back, especially in second halves of games. There's a nice answer. Game last year, and Chris Jenkins' historic three-pointer won it for Villanova.
Fans take teams for granted. Usually teams don't. What I mean by that is North Carolina understands they're the #1 seed, but they don't feel necessarily great about it, as you see.
And they got away with a walk there, but Delaney Robinson gives it up, and Lofton can't hit. Up ahead, Britt running the floor. Bradley. Couple of shots for a guy who had never coached, and he wasn't prepared, and he's learned all the way down the line, and now he ends up in the SWAC, and it's been quite a story. He's built a powerhouse team down in Houston. Ball bouncing around. Barry goes to the hole, but hits the deck, and in transition, a miss from Walker, and back they come. Barry never got past the half-court line. And inside, Bradley.
Even though it hurt, look at him still keeping the position, staying vertical, saying, I know it hurts, but I'm not going to get a foul on this play. Hopefully it'll be okay.
Britt going up top. Bradley the catch and the finish.
For 30. Good job by Pinson to come back after Emile Jefferson made it difficult for Nate Britt to catch it. We've got some mismatches after some switches. Right now, Jackson, a guard, is on Meeks. He'll kick it to Britt, who's got Tatum on him. Bounce pass inside to Hicks for another bucket. And Carolina saw its lead evaporate during that time. Britt's back in as well. Couldn't get it up over the rim, got it back. Olsen! Expression never changes on the face of Jackson either, no matter how well things are going. Here's numbers again for Carolina. Britt, sweet bounce pass to Barry. One of the top finishers knocks that shot down. Lawrence, who was a point guard in high school, plays more of a 3 spot, more of the small forward position for Miami. And because he's actually the second biggest guy out there at times, he guards the other team's 4-man at times, guarding Luke May right now. Britt back to May. He'll launch a 3. Got it.
Just pick and pop action. I don't know what.
Tatum and Jackson out. Giles and Allen in.
Allen on Joel Berry, and Berry should look to drive him.
Bradley, the 17-footer.
This is the classic matchup of one of the best offensive teams in the country. North Carolina against perhaps the best defensive team in Virginia. Justin Jackson.
Backdoor cut, Snyder off to Mathiang, and it's rejected at the rim by Bradley.
When Dean Smith was coaching the Tar Heels, he'd make a full sort of line change. They called it the blue team back in the day. For North Carolina.
And deep into the shot clock again. Jerome's got to force up a 30-footer. And the long rebound down to the Tar Heels. Luke May has checked in for Carolina. Jackson. His second 3 of the night.
Affair, particularly Bobby Cremins in a barbershop.
We've got folks also picking out the greatest moment in the State Carolina rivalry. In our ACC.com live vote. Barry a triple. Got it. Wow.
I mean,
a terrific finish for Giles.
How about that adjustment in midair? That doesn't look like a guy who's missed that much time.
Pinson steps into a 16-footer, and Carolina's making outside shot.
Shooter knocked down to 3. Free throw line, we know how good they are, even though lately they've slipped a little bit.
Yeah, they have. They've slipped to number 2 in the country, but barely behind Valpo. Oh, nice move there by Hicks.
That's Virginia Tech.
Gibbs airborne, off the window, won't drop. Hicks tiptoeing the line, saves it.
North Carolina doing a good job, though, defensively, making them take tough shots.
Look at that crossover, and look at that stuff. 40-33. North Carolina with the ball. Tar Heels looking for their 21st win.
Really putting pressure big time on Notre Dame on the inside.
Britt. Here's May. Thought about the 3. Now the 2. Yes.
You know, May doesn't score. They need it. They cannot win unless Beecham, Vastoria, and Colson score for them. Those 3, it's a must.
May in the lane. Yeah, that's a tough shot. And 1. The kick out, it is Farrell. He stumbles, and he gave it up.
That's so unusual.
Britt, nice pass. Jackson.
Carolina medicine. All right, so we talked about this building. I mean, the brand it is. Well, when you're an opponent and you've been struggling, guess what you sometimes need? To play in the building like this, because your focus becomes laser sharp, and that's what Pittsburgh has been able to do so far in this game.
Great pass and a flush for Hicks.
Hey, that was a great example, though, of Artis, who usually would shoot that ball, saw the open man, gave it to Johnson. He's the hot guy, and he buried it. An 11-2 run for Pittsburgh to start here in the second half. So Berry steps into one. He gets it to go. We got an old-fashioned shootout. Does feel like Jackson has moved forward as quick as anybody in college basketball to this point. I agree with you. Turnover, bullet pass. That's a great catch by Isaiah Hicks. I don't know how to get that to work. I think you also need a phone line, right?
Yes.
Everything's on the cell now. 62-57, Carolina leading Pittsburgh. There's got to be a better way. Yeah, there has to be. The shooting for both teams has been outstanding.
Fouls backed off. Terrific look at delivery. Bruce Brown showing off the all-around skills. Russell Westbrook is the player who he emulates, and you could see some of that rubbing off in his game. Nice move on the inside.
he can roam a little bit, pay attention to detail.
The 6th block of the day for Miami.
Look at the hands, too. They get a nice look. Twice that's happened. No cover.
Ladder for the Hurricanes. And that could slam the door shut for Miami. The jump shot.
Do it himself.
He recently passed Vince Carter on the all-time scoring list. Justin Jackson is having himself a career.
Hicks wants a little piece of the action, and he does.
Luke May has really kind of carved out a nice little niche for himself, and with Tony Bradley out with that concussion, who's now back for this game, he got some expanded minutes.
Mays into the game, number 32 for North Carolina. Nate Britt, 0 also in. That is May, and it's a 3.
But how about Golden State? Now it goes to being Kevin Durant's team instead of Klay Thompson and Steph Curry.
Has it done that?
It seems like it. It seems like we talk about Durant a little
just
bit
promoted
more.
him, so
exactly.
it is his team. Justin Jackson, line drive.
As I mentioned before, when the ball goes into the middle, they fan out to three-point shooters.
Britt the steal, the bad pass, and then good effort by Gillen to get back, but it wound up with Hicks. Gillen down the lane, no, kept alive by Roberson, but it's Britt leading a 3-on-2. Jackson to the bucket.
Can't go there and miss 2 free throws.
There's only 64%.
I know, it's amazing. He's too good a shooter from the perimeter.
So about a 4-second split between the game and shot clock. And North Carolina up by 6. Here's Britt. Looking to penetrate, but denied. Williams off the fake. Back for Britt. Berry's wide open. He got it.
Basketball is a game of spurts, right? Need spurts. We haven't seen a spurt yet, a real strong spurt at Florida State. Keep waiting for them to explode in one of their spurts. North Carolina's done a great job negating it.
Wow. Just go with the jump shot. Second 3 of the game. And it's back to a 10-point lead.
With John Collins in foul trouble and just coming back in and not quite warm again for Wake Forest, the perimeters are going to have to step up and make shots to climb back into this game.
Carolina would love to get a third foul on Middleton or Collins, and a nice job keeping that one in the front court by
pass.
Pinson, and an easy layup. Points.
And then Carolina, ill-advised shot at the top, but their prowess on the offensive glass, one of the best teams in the nation. Doing a great job. Kennedy Meeks finding an angle and tapping that one in for the Tar Heels.
Number 20, John Collins, back into the game, and now he needs to get into the game. He just had a ball go off his hand out of bounds, which gave it back to Carolina.
See, I think if you're Carolina, you got to put a playmaker at that ACC area.
Oh, Joe.
His versatility as a defender can guard 2, 3, and 4 if necessary. Against the zones, he could have been a playmaker and shot maker against Georgia Tech. I think that they missed Theo Pinson greatly.
Pinson did get some work in at the end of North Carolina's shoot-around this afternoon as Luke May throws.
Stealing great values into these young men and create graduates. He is about the right things. And he is very, very close. I think we have a chance to maybe have the best team we've had since that first year when he first got here. He had some pretty good pieces with Booker still here. But he's
back-to-back buckets when his team needed it.
And a rejection inside by Meeks. Here comes North Carolina. Hicks up to Britt. Justin.
You're going to challenge that guy to make some shots.
And there's Britt getting his hand in there again. Leaves it for May, the follow. Right. Stevens wide open for 3. Not there.
And Stevens has just not been able to find the range. 1 of 5 now from 3.
Jackson, yes, and a foul.
No stranger to getting upset on the sideline, was extremely upset when the travel was not called on Nate Britt when he fell down after picking up the offensive rebound. And with traveling being such a point of emphasis this year, I believe King Rice may have had a point on that one.
Jackson, another 3. Oh!
Coaching his style as anybody in the country.
No question about that. The ACC is going to be a blast.
Oh, man.
To follow all winter long.
10 or 11 teams, maybe 12.
May will have it roll in for 3-point.
And Brad, how about Fox's numbers? Just the assist, 9 and 1 turnover. And May 17 points too. Kid is extraordinary. May another 3. Got another one. How about that out of the
And the ball swatted by Isaiah Hicks.
That looked like goaltending from this angle.
Williams 3. Crowd is Levante Turner. Levante Turner. And the rebound, Nate Britt, and here come the Tar Heels. The pass. Kenny Williams drops it in.
Hey, you know, we don't have Joel Berry, point guard, who's played as well as any point guard in the country. But they've got other really good players out there. And that was not a vintage performance by North Carolina in the first half.
Isaiah Hicks on the baseline. Nate Britt the steal. 2-point game. This one after they hit 19 threes in the last couple of games coming in.
There it is. There's a slip. Shot fake and drive, or shot fake, one dribble pull up.
5 to shoot. Kenny Williams down the lane.
What a beautiful.
Get that ball over to the wing.
Shot clock to 6. Britt is going to have to force one up. Out to Jackson from way outside. How about that for the first points of the game?
That is ridiculous. Very, what a lob. Very Steph Curry-like.
Get the call.
Tell you what, North Carolina's defense has done a tremendous job of taking away open looks from Davidson. And so any of the looks that they've gotten from 3 have been challenged looks. That's a good thing for Carolina.
Hicks, deep jumper is good. Largest lead extended in Davidson's own media guide as Jackson leans in and scores. That's because apparently.
Well, Carolina, one of the best teams at transitioning quickly, getting to the other side. And they do a nice job of trying to find Justin Jackson, who's delivered time and time tonight from the 3.
Kenny Williams with a triple of his own.
A little bit unorthodox.
A little bit?
But that was pretty good.
Meeks steps out, knocks down a 12-footer.
Yeah, the big man is capable.
Nate Britt is into the game for North Carolina. He's got the basketball right now. Eyes the shot clock at 10. Jumper from Britt. Long rebound, Isaiah Hicks. Williams, another 3. Thank you very much.
You don't want to put your point guard in that position, burying him in the lane without a shot.
North Carolina winning 33 games last year, all the way to the national final. The Final Four in Houston, coming up just short against Villanova. No problem. Woods tracks it down. Tar Heels will play again at home on Wednesday against Davidson. Then Tennessee, and then they go to Vegas for that game against Kentucky.
Off the screen, wide open, defense not efficient at all for North Carolina.
Jackson for Meeks. No way you're going to stop that with that kind of position.
Well, they last 17, red convertible Mercedes.
It was the one you were leaning on in the corner.
Just go to dickvightsonline.com and click right there and make the donation.
Very nice.
Goes to the V Foundation.
Nate Britt, the senior, trying to bring Carolina back here. Gets it down to Meeks for the hook, and it's in.
Well, all of a sudden now, Meeks is starting.
It's been pretty strong. Carroll inside, too much traffic, and Britt comes up with a loose ball.
That was an excellent defensive possession by the Tar Heels. North Carolina shooting just under 60% in this game.
Boy, you talk about a guy being a freshman deserve consideration.
Just thinking of Lonzo Ball at UCLA. And then I talked about Creighton earlier. Maybe it was in the last game, but how good I think Creighton is.
And Maurice Watson is a really good point guard as well. Smaller, but really good. And then De'Aaron Fox, Fox at Kentucky is another point guard that, especially by the end of the year. But
who's been here? Daly turns the corner, whips a pass to Pope. Open in the corner, Kawani. Back on the heels.
With Carolina playing a couple, there's a walk there.
Yeah, that was a walk.
Carolina playing a couple big guys. Those big guys are going to have to guard out on the perimeter.
On Chaminade. Knocked away by Barry, retrieved by Britt. Nice look. Jackson inside for 2 more. Points in the
2-2.
Who covered it?
Nobody, clearly.
Was that high school?
No, that was overseas.
Oh. Britt the lob and Bradley the finish. Sorry.
The number of NCAA Final Four appearances for North Carolina, most in the NCAA. 10 NCAA title game appearances and 5 national. We're starting to see that Rainbow Warrior team without Gibson Johnson. Zimmer's rival with 35. Let's start to see it soften up a little bit. But you see the offense for Hawaii struggling right now because
Staff has been asking for Kennedy Meeks to be more explosive. He was explosive there on that defensive possession, getting a key block.
Career high 15 rebounds in the season opening win. Down low, and there's Hicks.
Every day in practice with their bigs, and Hicks has shown improvement this season.
Britt thought about it, feeds the post, Meeks back to work. And a nice hoop. He has 6. That'll trim the lead 18.
That was good patience by Chattanooga. Carolina has turned up the pressure as this game continues to go on. Move the basketball, show patience, make the correct pass. You're going to get some good looks.
Jackson for 3. And like